So today we're hopefully going to put the last finishing touches on our sheep farm empire, or whatever you call it. And to get there, the next step is making a whole bunch of leather, which we are going to need a lot more sheepies for. But there's a process to doing that, which involves waiting another day. In the meantime though, there is still plenty of other money-making processes, like all the wool processing that we set up last time. And speaking of processing, we still need to get rid of a lot of fertilizer that the sheep are giving us. And then we're also going to need to expand our farm to hold more sheepies, like upgrading the sheep capacity and probably more structure capacity as well, because that's still actually pretty cheap. And what I want to do with that ideally is maybe get some more of these farms set up so we can have more crops. Or maybe just another compost box, honestly, because it doesn't matter how much of this we pick up, there's still plenty left over for the next day. But that is why we need to keep the crops constantly going. We should be pretty good about that. Plus, all these onions that we can sell will give us even more money. And there is plenty of waste that is created from getting all the meats and stuff that we need from the sheepies. But now it is a very nice day indeed, because we can get more sheepies. Oh, if we clean up some of these bottles here, this should do pretty well for us. And then we can make more sheepies. And this one's ready to make another sheepie, but we don't have the amount for that. So sadly, he doesn't get to. Please don't be upset with me. I just don't have another sheep that can do the thing with you. But we are also getting a lot of surplus wheat here because we keep the crops rotating purely for the sake of the fertilizer, so we can still make a ton of bread. And thankfully, not being able to make another sheep doesn't upset him too badly, if at all. But now we have another grown-up sheep, so if we can keep it down to just one baby at a time, then I think that'll be a good idea. And there's also a lot of bottles over here. Look at this. We just have to make sure that we give the sheepies all their medicines and the cooked carrots. Have to make sure we get enough cooked carrots there. But now we're starting to look pretty good again. Oh, you still need milking. I didn't realize that. Ellipses. And I don't think there's anything we need the cheese for right now, so we can sell that for a little bit extra money. We'll keep one just in case there is something. Can I make like a grilled cheese with this? Can I grill the cheese? Nope. Oh boy, those next days come up pretty quickly now. And they already drained the water trough. Oh my goodness. These sheepies are so needy. I also completely forgot about the sorting system that I had before, where we have the oldest sheep over here and then the youngest sheep over here. So when it does come time to butcher them, then the oldest one should give us the most amount of meat. Okay, that's the last of the surplus wheat that we had, which is a good thing. But we're also getting more for the trough. So this is just the most constant purchase that we're making. And now it's another day where we can get more sheepies. So just like that, we can get another little baby. Beautiful. And I think we're gonna need to plant more carrots because there's more sheepies that want carrots. But I think we're doing pretty well there. And since the, according to our system, oldest sheep has been trimmed of everything, then we can go ahead and cleave you. I think I just said go ahead twice. But either way, that gives us the sheepskin. So we bring it to this so we can tan it out. And now we have sheepskin, which we can put in a tanning barrel to increase the quality of it. That'll take a little bit. And there's also all these muttons that we can throw into the oven. And we also need to throw the carrots in there too before they rot. But now we have a wet leather, so we bring it to a stretching rack. Good, we're producing leather now, like proper leather. Not just sheepskin. I like that. And now all the steaks are out of the oven, so we can make sure to cook the carrots and process a lot of wool here. And look at this, the first bit of leather. Beautiful. Okay, so the quest does say sell it, so we can do that. This sells for 50? Oh my goodness, that is definitely worth it. You know what else is worth it? Getting another compost bin, because my goodness, we go through a lot of that. But thankfully, 2 bins makes this a little bit better. Ooh, and there's a lot of butter to sell as well. Speaking of, we need to make more because we have way too many milk bottles that are full. And you know what? We have an empty bowl here. We might as well get some abomasum. Apparently that's how you say it. So we can make more cheese. Since we're butchering some of the sheep anyway, we might as well do that. I feel like we're gonna need some pretty soon, but you can sell quite a bit of this wool yarn as well, which I like. So you get a bottle, and you get a bottle, and you get a full bottle. And then we'll also use this bottle to make some cheese. Okay, so I think our system is starting to work a little bit better with all the crops that we're producing. And there's a whole bunch of butter that we can sell as well, making a good amount of money. And here's the pasteurized milk, and there's the cheese. Now these do sell for a bit, but we might as well make some steak sandwiches since we have the flour to do so. And then we'll just make sure to keep planting crops so we can get rid of all this fertilizer here. I think we can get away with 2 fields of onions right now, actually, because I don't really know what else to use the onions for other than selling them. But now we have some breads, so now we can make some steak sandwiches. Beautiful. Should be eaten while still hot. Can we make it hotter? No, I guess not. Can we throw cheese on there? No, we cannot. Well, it still sells for 23, so that's good. Okay, now to give all these sheepies the bottles that they so desire, including you. I said you. And now it's another day where we can make more sheepies, so we have to make sure to shear you, and now you're ready to. But maybe the oldest sheep should do that. Oh, I guess you're not ready to. That's fine, because I'm pretty sure you're on the chopping block anyway. Also, we have a lot of resources lying around, so we need to keep moving on this down the line. We'll just make sure to take care of you. And then the oldest sheep that wasn't really up for anything can go ahead and get chopped up as soon as I sell all these onions. And then quickly before he wakes up, we're just gonna go ahead and go for it. And it seems to be working because that's a good amount of meat that's coming out of there. Now we can make more leather. And it seems like you're ready to make another baby, but we don't have another one to do that. Now, okay, you're getting a little congested over here, and the water trough keeps going empty, and so does the wheat one. That's not good. So much to keep track of. Like, I don't even have all the bottles ready that I need. But thankfully, the day moves pretty slow in the beginning, so we do have enough time to go through all this. And there's another letter that we can sell for 50. Now we just need one more to move on to the next quest. And then we can just go ahead and make some more abomasum and another steak sandwich because might as well. Speaking of, I should plant more wheat. I really need like a farmer over here to plant the seeds for me, but I do like the amount of money that we're making. We have almost 1,000 again. So there's one more cheese there, pretty good. More bottles for you, you, and you. But there is always so many full bottles. And there really isn't any more automated ways to make this easy. Like, can't I train some of these sheep to just do the thing for me? Like, shear themselves, or at least they feed themselves. But, you know, they could also, I don't know, grab a bottle and milk themselves too. Pick up the cleaver and cleave their neighbor. Don't think a sheep won't do it if given the chance. And it is another sheep making day, so, ooh, the oldest one can do it now. Because you won't, which is good. And my ranking system has kind of fallen apart a little bit. And also I think I just need to go ahead and sell some more fertilizer bags because my goodness, there is an empty... Actually, there is a not empty amount of fertilizer. But either way, we do have a full amount of sheep, which means we can cleave one of them. But this guy's ready to shear the next day, so we'll go ahead and wait for that. Okay, thankfully all the fertilizer fits in all the buckets now. So we can sell this one and then bag you. I realized I could pause the game to give myself a bit more time, but I got it under control. At least enough to not go too crazy. And there are 2 baby sheeps, so I should keep 2 bottles. Unless this one grows up. Hey, it grew up. Nice. Okay, now we will go through all of your needs. And when you're done, we will fix everybody up really quick. And then go ahead and get leather number 3 going. So that actually wasn't as much meat as other times, so I think my ranking system has fallen apart. Oh, that's tragic. It would have worked too, but the sheep just kind of explode away from each other once they make a baby, so it's hard to keep track of who's who. In that case, then we'll just keep them in the middle, and all the resource production stuff to the outside. And we might as well make all the cheese that we can while we have the means to, because that means less sheep we have to go through. So now we've got 3 cheeses again. That's good. So now we can sell it and move on to the next quest. Good. Bakery skills. Ooh, mix dough with butter. Ah, I see. Well, we'll stop making steak sandwiches then. Oh man, but there's a few sheep that want carrots. So now when we process butter, we don't package it for selling. We mix it with cheese. Or, well, it wasn't cheese, it was dough. That's it. Pastry dough. So now we cook it? Yeah, we cook it. Okay, that's actually a pretty easy process. And it's a good thing that we can make plenty of butter, but we do need to make plenty of dough as well. So that means even more wheat seeds. You know what? We're just going to plant both fields with wheat seeds. And then maybe use all the money that we have to buy resource capacity increase. Because we can do that a few times and still have, okay, almost 500 money. But now we can have 52 items and get rid of both of these compost bins. So after we make sure the trough is filled up, then we can make a lot of dough, even though we don't really need it. But hey, there's a pasty. A pasty? A pastry. It's a croissant. All right. Now that that's out of the way, we know what to do there. So the rest of the process should come pretty easy. Oh, and that's another day when we can make another sheepy. Okay, but you guys have way too much crap around you. Literally. And there's so many bottles we have to clean as well. And butter to process. It's a day, but a very good productive day. So you just need shearing, it looks like. And then we can make more babies. I don't care who's who anymore. And we can actually keep 6 sheepies because we don't need to butcher anymore yet. Matter of fact, we can get more sheep capacity so we can have another one if we want. I don't know if we want that though. Maybe we do, but man, there's a lot of sheep to keep track of. And then once you're ready to go, we can make another baby. Nice, more happy sheepies. Soon to be happy sheepies. Just have to make sure I can take care of them all in a day. And it's a good thing I have all this wheat here because I feel like these sheepies are gonna go through the trough pretty quickly if I don't manage their population. If you know what I mean. But everybody's happy, thankfully. And then we make a few more pastries and sell them. Oh good, another baby grew up. That means less milk is needed. Now, you were, oh, you're hiding the thought bubble. I see. But there are still 2 baby sheepies, so we have a bit to keep track of yet. And we're gonna go ahead and get more cooked carrots going just so that we can get rid of more fertilizer. I didn't want to buy a cooked carrot. I want to plant more seeds. Well, then who wanted the carrot? It was just 1 carrot, I guess. By the way, we can make more and get rid of the fertilizer. Just need to keep track of everything that's going on. If I can get all the sheep dealt with before the halfway point, then I think we're on track for a good day. All right, but let's see what the next quest is as well by selling the rest of these croissants. A wheat silo. Ooh, that would be helpful. Can I buy that right now? Oh, yes, I can. And I have the structure for it. Good. Now I can plant all the wheat that I could ever want. And I can get wheat by right-clicking. Nice. Because let me tell you, trying to keep up with the wheat demand in this place kinda sucks. But so does keeping up with the amount of fertilizer that we get. It really seems worth it just to sell a whole bunch of it. Selling them by the bag full. And then also planting a whole bunch of more wheat so we can store it in the silo. Because the quest is asking for 25 wheat in the silos, but we can do that. And hopefully quickly because the trough is almost empty. Now where do the shears keep ending up? Somebody keeps hiding them from me and I don't like it. There they are. But here we can just bag a whole bunch of more wheat. Very nicely. And then a whole bunch of bottles to go through. Lovely. But thankfully, I think we can keep up with the bottle demand. And I haven't even noticed how much the pastries sell for, to be honest. Maybe we should do that once. So we have dough, we make the dough into a pastry dough, and then we cook it. And then, okay, we were a bit delayed on that one, but I was also trying to keep up with the wheat production. And I also forgot to put water in the buckets. But everybody's happy, so that's a good thing. I can honestly, you know what? I'm gonna butcher one of the sheepies, just so I have less to worry about. So now we pocket even more wheat in here, and now I want to see if I can drop the trough on the silo. Yes! And it fills it! Oh, beautiful. That is so much better. Okay, so the pastries, oh wow, sell for 26? That's really good. That's 14 more than the bread. I like it. And I probably could turn that bread into a sandwich. Oh well. Okay, now it's just to keep up with everybody else's needs and wants and desires. And speaking of desire, we might honestly skip a day of that, depending on how this goes. I am losing track of where I'm at. And you know what? We can just go ahead and make more because we can also go ahead and get rid of one. But we have a lot of raw meat that we haven't even cooked yet. So we might not consider that a good idea? Oh, you still need a bottle over there. Why are you doing way over there? Silly lost sheep? Wander around too much like that and the cleaver might find you. Okay, I think we're caught up with everything. Just as the day ends, so that's good news. We still need to get more wheat into the silo. Ooh, and 2 of the babies grew up. That's good news. And let's see, where are we at with things? We need more bottles, more empty bottles and clean bottles. And then we need the shears to do shear things, but I don't know where the shears are. Okay, where did the shears end up? They're over there. Okay, and I can't even... Oh man, there's so many things going on right now. I need these things to go in here. That's the problem with having so much crap everywhere. But now we can do that and be pretty good there. And then more shears. I didn't think I would need to buy even more capacity, but there's another leather we can sell, which is good. And then more of that. And then empty bottles are needed yet again. So now we can actually shear them and then milk them. Okay, we are going through a lot of the day without being able to complete everything. I don't know if that's just because I'm trying to do everything at once, but there is something very wrong with our system. And I think I know the answer. Too many sheepies. And we can honestly sell so much of this steak just because I'm not doing anything with it yet. So that answered a lot of things. And we should also make sure to get the wheat fields going at all times. Gonna get them both going. And also making sure that we have a whole lot of less surplus than we actually need lying around. So let's see, a whole bunch of empty bottles. That is also something that happens. And it's nice that there's so many sheepies that need shearing, but also kind of not. But with one less sheep to worry about, we are able to get a lot more done before the sheepies need to go to bed. And by that I mean that there's less time that passes before we can actually do things. I'm not sure if that made sense either, but I'm just going with it. Okay, but that's the day done. And more wheat to go in these silos. Always good. Also, where'd the other bucket go? It's down here. What are you doing down there? But we just need a few more wheat in the silo to complete the quest. Also, there's so many popping sounds happening. The screen is shaking so violently. Also, how did a bottle end up way up here? It's because they made cheese up there. So much to keep track of all of a sudden. And we can make even more sheepies. Do I even want to today? I don't know if I want to, but that means we can do more things, so might as well. And by more things, I mean more leather. Okay, so things are looking kind of okay again. And we can make more cheese as well. And that sheep actually didn't give any meat, it looks like. Oh boy. I don't know if the age is actually a factor, but it's what makes the most sense to me. So after this wheat field is harvested, actually we should get the other one going too. We just shove all of that into the silo here, and then sure enough, we do need one more. We're just one shy, are you kidding me? All right, but what was I doing? I was cleaning up all the stuff lying around and then filling up more in the silo. Good, so the quest is complete, yes. Ooh, now we're making hamburgers. I like this idea. Also, they go through the eating and drinking process way too fast. I don't even know where all the bottles are spread around to. And then shearing all the sheepies. Okay, what does it take to make a hamburger? We need minced meat with a cleaver and raw meat. And then we cook it in the oven and then put it in bread. Okay. So, oh, that's a hamburger, not cheeseburger. I feel like cheeseburgers are on the docket next though. Also, where are the shears? They keep hiding the shears. And you still need a bottle. Why do you still need a bottle? You want a bottle? Here's your bottle. And you know what? I don't like your attitude. So now, where's the cleaver at? Here it is. Get diced. Please have meat on you. Oh, good, there is. And is there enough? Oh, yes, there is enough. That must have been the oldest sheep. That's good news. So we have to make sure to dice all this meat first. Oh yeah, the minced meat. And then, oh boy, give the sheep even more of their bottles. And both troughs are empty, so we have to fill them up again. So we get 5 minced meats. Make sure to stick them in the oven there. Might as well get the abomasum from this one. If we can find where that bowl ended up. Oh yes, more selling of this. And we're just gonna keep making wheat to fill up the silos even more. And by silos, I mean silo. But seriously though, where'd the bowl go? Oh, I already filled it. Well, we might as well pasteurize this. I already pasteurized, so we do that. Okay, more cheese. That means another bottle. And then we quickly make more butter because that's the quickest way to get more bottles back. And these sheep are ready to make more. I don't know if I am. Okay, but we have the cooked patties, so that's good news. Now we need to get the wheat process to make the burgers. So we get 5 of those going. Make sure everybody gets sheared. Okay, and that's a whole bunch of happy sheepies. I don't feel like making another one right now, to be honest. But now we have to make sure to cook up the bread. And there is still so much of this around. Oh my goodness, I need so many empty sacks just to get rid of it all. Okay, but there, we do have bread being made, so we make hamburgers. Nice. And then we sell them. I have to make sure I actually am supposed to sell them before I do. Oh great, and there was meat left behind, which I can't even use anymore. And I don't think we actually have any more baby sheepies, which means we can just get rid of all this milk as soon as we get it. All right, let's clean up this a little bit so we're not having so many resources lying around, and then might as well pasteurize one of these things. I feel like cheeseburgers are on the next thing of the docket. Maybe not the next thing, but they're on their way. Oh, and you still need a bottle. Uh-oh. Oh, you two still need bottles. Uh-oh. See, there should have been one more, but I need... Oh, there it is. I get it. We're almost at the end of the day. Okay, we made it. And then a few more pieces of bread, and we just need one more. And here we go. Burger number 5. So oh, okay. I don't even know what that quest was, but we need to resource capacity increase even more. How much does that cost now? Also, we have 1,500 monies. Wow. I didn't even realize. So we need to buy this 8 more times, which right now we can do, just shy of that much. You know what? That's okay, because we have a whole lot that we can do, and you know what? I'm just gonna do it while we're paused. I don't care anymore. Some of you are gonna be like, you should have been doing this all the time, so you have more time to worry about things. And you know what? I'm worrying about things anyway. So we get that, producing a bottle, and then find all the empty bottles, because there's way too much overlap happening. So now we're getting even more of this cleaned up, and there's more empty bottles that we have. Okay, so once we get through all of these fluffy fluffy sheepies. We just need to worry about the bottles, which there is a lot of bottles. Honestly, if we keep up the wheat production, then we can sell a lot more pastries, which would give us more than the butter does. And I forgot about giving the sheepies bottles again. Oh dear. Thankfully, that was the last thing of the day. And now we just need to process even more butter, just like how we're processing a whole bunch of dough. Oh, and the food trough is empty now too. So this sheep didn't get anything to start the day with. Oh boy. Okay, at least we can make some more pastries right here for good things. And we can make more sheepies right now too. I don't know about that yet. You know what? We can actually do that if we just pair these two together and then get rid of you right now. Just to, you know, keep things going and also get more of that expensive leather. Oh, we can make another sheep. You know what? Might as well, because we can cleave another one. It's you.
Nope.
Hey, you're not gonna eat. Don't worry about it. All right, now we need 2 babies to take care of. Oh gosh, before the day ends. So you 2 get this. And we need to make sure you're fed really quickly. Oh no, I missed it. That's okay. You'll get it. You'll get it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I feel like I just made more work for myself, but we should be fine. We should be fine. I need more resource capacity, but I'm guessing we're gonna need somewhere next to like 800 to get them both. At least we can cheat during pause mode and get everything lined up in their respective spots before we move on. So that should make my job just a little bit easier. And then we have more bottles to go through as well, which I'm pretty sure all the babies got their milk. So we can get the day going again, and there's a whole lot of processes that are going through, and then find wherever the shears ended up again. And if cheeseburgers are coming up, then we're gonna make some more minced meat, which I wonder, do we put the cheese on the raw? No, probably not. That'd be gross. But we can get more of that going. So cheese go on the patty? No. I just want to figure out what it takes to make a cheeseburger so I can feel smart by the time it actually does arrive. But more leather gets sold, which is good. And we have 2 stomachs here, so we can make a bit more cheese. But let's also just clean up all of this line around. I don't know how we're supposed to get more than this amount of sheep happy at once. And again, I am trying to do a whole lot, as well as a particular objective, so if I just focused my industry a little bit, it'd probably be better. At least all the sheep are happy. Okay, and then dough goes into, or we need to cook the dough first, of course. We also need to keep up the wheat production so the silo doesn't go empty. Keeping it above half at least. And now there's 2, oh, there's 2 sheep that need carrots. I only have 1 carrot. You know what? I have the money to do this. Man, oh man, there was a whole lot to go through in a day. Also, how much did the burger sell for? I didn't notice that either. Let's see. 1 burger costs 26. That's not bad. And let's also just make some cheese really quickly. And we're also just gonna go ahead and make some more things to make more money, like pastries, because pastries are pretty quick. And some burger, which is the same amount as a pastry, which is interesting. All right, but now we can get rid of that stomach there. And might as well just make some more pastries, I think. And probably cook up a lot of the, or package up a lot of this butter because we're not using as much of it as we're making. Okay, now we just need to absolutely get some carrots cooked so I don't have to keep buying them like I just did. All right, but I'm feeling a lot better about the process now. Do I necessarily feel ready to have another sheepy? I am not sure. I feel like there's one more step of automation that we're missing. And let's just go ahead and have the pastry route of making more money because that seems to be a bit more efficient and also less potentially wasteful. I'm just gonna do it. And cleave you. Gain 1, lose 1, because also the leather is a great money maker. Oh, and I forgot to feed the baby milk. Whoops. That's okay, that's dealt with very quickly. The worst part is having to get all these bottles to the sheepies for the milk. But thankfully, we're still able to manage things pretty okay at 6 sheepies. And we do have 700 monies right now. Would that be enough to get more of the resources? Oh, we need 411 for the last one. Should I just sell a bunch of these patties? I could, but I think it would be better if we made them into burgers. So more wheat's going in. The good news is we sell enough things and we can get there pretty quickly, but we are once again having struggles with the bottles. At least it seems like it until we actually do it, and we still have half of a day left. But of course, the sheeps are very messy. Oh, and you need water. Why didn't you say so? All right, just a few more burgers. And we actually have enough. Resource capacity increased to 60. Yes. Okay, what's next? Hey, the burgers. So we go through making a lot more bread and then burger and then cheese on the burger, it's a cheeseburger. The most delicious burger in the land. You got that right. And some of the meat when spoiled, that's okay. We have a lot of patties to go through that won't spoil. So as long as we make enough wheat and dough and flour and all that, then we can complete this quest very quickly. And buying cooked carrots right now just seems like a lot less of a hassle than the planting of the carrots. But now we don't need to worry too much about making money, so we can go ahead and package more of the butter, just so I can get rid of all of it. All right, now 2 more bits of dough being made, and then they get put in the oven, and there's a couple of sheepies that are ready to make more, but I'm not ready for that yet. All right, but we get 2 more burgers together, and then 2 more cheeses together, 2 more cheeseburgers sold. Quest complete. Very nice. Leather, ooh, leather jackets. Wait, sewing tools? Hold on, I need more structure capacity. Thankfully, that's the cheapest thing on the menu right now. And then we get sewing tools, which is very small. Wow, I can get that very lost very quickly. But we need leather to do that, so I guess we do need to make more sheepies. And you still need a trimming, so get trimmed. Okay, now where did I just butcher a sheep? Did I butcher a sheep? I don't think I butchered a sheep yet. Thankfully, that can happen right now, in the middle of the night. And then there's more meat, which is good, but now we go through the whole leather making process again. I gotta say, the worst part about this process has to be the milking, because I just leave them, I milk them, and then I forget about it. And then the next day, I'm busy scrambling for bottles so I can get to them all. And then I keep losing track of those shears. That's the most annoying part, and I'm just gonna sell this so I don't have to worry about it. Okay, but now we have a leather, so we bring this over to the thingies, and we have a leather jacket, which sells for 75. That's really good. Except for when I need to butcher sheep to do it, because I need 5 of those. Okay, so we're gonna just process all the bottles before the day comes, or at least part way. So there's a lot less scrambling when we actually get to the next day. Okay, so we actually got through that day pretty quickly, so we have a lot of room to clean up everything. And we can just go ahead and make more cheeseburgers because, oh, 48? I didn't even notice that. I keep not noticing how much these things actually sell for. All right, but we should also make sure that each of these meats get cooked up before they spoil. And I think we're having a better handle on things. And it's make more sheep day, which is good, because we need more leather. And then as soon as sheep are available to do that, we will go ahead and do that. So after we shear some sheep and make them happy, then we can just go ahead and get some leather from you. Quite honestly, it just feels a lot better to just buy the cooked carrots, because it's only rarely that the sheep actually need them. And then I think you, as soon as you're ready, you can make another baby, right? Yes, you can. So we have currently 3 babies right now. That's not a great thing, but it also kind of is because we need to replace a whole bunch of sheepies. Oh, but of course, everybody wants a cooked carrot now, don't they? You get a cooked carrot, you get a cooked carrot, you get a cooked carrot. See if I care. I'm just trying to turn y'all into jackets. But now that's jacket number 2. And you know what? I'm just gonna sell the rest of these patties because I don't have the brain power to worry about turning them all into burgers. Plus, I have way more patties on the way. Not that I'm really needing to worry about that, he says while worrying about it. Okay, things are looking a little bit better right now. Getting a little bit better control over the bottle situation. I swear, the next objective after this better be really easy to do, because these are starting to get kinda ridiculous with how much process goes into making each of them. I wish I could just pick up the silo and sweep it over the wheat to pick it up. That would be so nice. But I can't do that. Of course I can't do that. Why would I be able to do that? It's not like this game would want things to be easy for me. And I still have all this fertilizer to get through as well. And I'm just gonna keep buying the cooked carrots because I can't be bothered to keep planting them. And I really wish I could just sell the raw milk, because then I could just buy new bottles and then have them ready for the next day and stuff like that. All right, but the good news though is it is butchering day, so I can get rid of one annoying sheepy, depending on who that may be. And then you 2 are sheared, so I'm just gonna say, actually all 3 of you are sheared. So I'm gonna say all 3 of you are on the chopping block, because we're just 3 leathers away. We're just gonna get them, you know, make more babies before they go. Okay, and then you, who just made a baby? I think it was you. Almost butchered the baby, that would not be good. I don't know if the game would even let me do that. Don't really want to try it though. But at least we can make more babies. Oh no, but we couldn't make a 3rd one. And the baby just missed out on all of that. Well, that's fine. It means there's one less thing for me to worry about. I didn't even butcher 3 sheepies. I was gonna butcher the parent of that last pair. All right, but whoever the first adult is to fall asleep, I think that's gonna be who gets butchered, because I do not want to wait any longer. Still have so much more process to go through. And the baby is just sleeping in the midst of all the raw meat right there. Oh, that's so dark. And I'm not even gonna worry about turning the meat into burgers. I'm just gonna cook all the steaks and then sell them. But that's one more leather there. And then leather jacket number 4. Thankfully, that's that's very fast. And then you right here can be butchered because you were the last to fall asleep. Sheepskin, give me the sheepskin. Thank you. Nope, that's not sheepskin. Give me the sheepskin. Okay, and then so much more things to sell. The good news is I can get a whole lot of money without even focusing on it. But also, my goodness, the amount of process that this is pretty stressful. I don't even know how you're supposed to handle more sheeps than this. And I'm just gonna be selling the stomachs because I don't really care otherwise. At least the days are going a lot better now without any more troubles. And then we have the last leather jacket to make. Okay, what else we got next? Have 10 wool fabric? I need to buy a loom and do all of that. Oh, and there's a carpet loom too. Oh, that's just gross. Well, I have one of these now, but now I don't have any wool to make. Just day in, day out, turning sheep into fashion. I have no idea how Corella does it. So I think that's a good place to end it because I don't have any more time. So I hope you guys enjoyed more Happy Sheepies. And there's a lot more quests that we have to do yet to complete this. So if you guys are enjoying the series, then make sure to like. And if you want to see it finish, then be sure to let me know. Thank you for watching and sub to Intern. And I want to thank the channel members, including Bread, Corby Farm, Dakota, Donamoto, Devion X, Lucas, Ancient Elixir, Matthew, Hateful Harold, Peggy Sue, Drew Belong, Angel, Lily Bites, The Miner Within, DeGarrity, Sands, V, Isaac, Killer Squad, Mousy Mouse, and Nicholas.